morning all, Jules here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So what I'm doing is I'm doing some paint swatches. I've seen people use them in their ephemera and they always look pretty. And I do watch Rachel at Roxycreations, and she did some. She did her watercolours and she just mixed them on book pages and everything. I've got some twinkling H2Os here, which is these, and what I did was I did them on some, I've got some labels that I usually sort of like stamp on and things like that, and I might do that once these are dry. So, and I did the ones that I couldn't fit on the label. And twinkling H2Os, you can get them, I don't know where. I think you have to buy them on the internet. I've had these probably about 20 years, and they're in an old, you know, when you used to burn CDs and things like that. And I just took the lids off and stuck them on there, so I don't know what colour they are, because I can't even see, but it's by Luminarts. What I've done is I've filled them with water, so I don't really want to dip them up. Also, this is just a cheap, I think it's Giotto. I got it out in Cyprus, not this year, last year. I didn't have any paints with me, and all I've done is I've just sprayed it with, there's my little spray bottle. One of these sprays, I just spray it, leave them for a few minutes until they get quite wet, and then, oh, there it is. And then I usually spray them again, and you can see my white one's quite, because I don't care about contamination. They're not precious. It's not like I've paid £60 for the palette, then they would be precious. But and all I'm using is, it's not even a named brush. Oh, it is Vermeer, and it's a number 6. And I'm using coffee dyed book page. It's just a couple of book pages I had lying about. I just ripped them into strips, and that's all I'm using, because I can cut them out as individuals, or I can make tags, or I can use them, you know, as ephemera on pockets and things like that. So I've wet these again. Now, the last ones I did with these was that, so I used the white, the pink and the blue. So now I'm going to use the yellow, but it's not the yellow. And I'm just, and because this is coffee dyed, I mean, if I was using a white book page, it probably would go on a little bit different, but it's not. Now I'm going to use orange, and I'll put the orange next to that. And then I'm going to go back into the yellow. So we're mixing those two together, which is quite a pretty colour. And then I'm going to go in for some red. Which should be a little bit more orangey. And I'm not bothered about whether the squares are the same size or not. And there we are, there we have it. Not really cleaning my brush off properly, but hey ho. So we'll go for some green. Whoops. Now go for some darker green. Got too much water on that. And what I'll do is I'll put that in that palette, and we'll put a bit of blue with it. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. I'll try and bring this in. I'm just plain, really. I mean, these are not proper. I have got proper watercolours, but so I've used the two greens there, and what I've done is I've added blue, so it gives it that bluey green. And if you just sort of like starting out painting and you want to sort of like play this as an ideal, you know, because some leaves are a blue leaf and some are let me put that there, some are red. If you notice red roses, their leaves have got like a, it's a tinge, whatever the flower is, the leaf will have that tinge. So if you've got yellow and orange flowers, your leaves will be sort of like the brighter greens. The reds and the pinks tend to be, I'm just going to mix that in, tend to be a little bit darker because they've got like a red strain in them. So I suppose the, you know, when it's colouring, nature is going to pull the red from somewhere. I'm just mopping up that. So that's the greens. And then we've got a long one. And I think what we'll do is we'll do with the turquoises with this one. I think I've still got a bit of green on there, but never mind. Yes, I have, because it's coming through. And I'm just going to put down, I'm going to put a bit of, so I've just mixed a bit sort of like a lavendery violet with it. And mix a bit of darker blue with it. So suppose if you were doing a colour theme and you wanted all blues, you could try a different colour with all your blues and get sort of like all the different shades of blue. I'm just going to go back over that a bit. And there we have that. And what about browns and oranges? Try the brown first. I'm just gonna unfortunately it's not white. Looks like I'm mixing hot chocolate. You could practice your skin tones. A bit of yellow in that. Looks like one of those, do you know those charts that you get with all the different tea shades? That's what it looks like. There you are, that would go nice with a coffee cup stamp or a teapot stamp or different shades of tea. Right, so I think we'll stick with that and put a bit of orange in it. Well, I think it's gone a bit pinky because I think that was a little bit red. These are my favourite tones, the autumn colours. A bit brown with it again. Take it down a bit. I mean, if you wanted to, if you really wanted, you could sort of like put what colours you'd mix together to get what tones. And I'm going to mix some yellow with it again. And there we have it, that's another one. And I think what we'll do is we'll do some, my water's a lovely colour. Right, put that in there. Just want some white. It's still got a bit of pink in, but never mind. Right, so we've got a right buttermilk type colour. So these are like the spring colours. And what colour do I want to mix? Do I want to go the green tone or do I want to go the pink tone? I think we'll go the pink tone. So now we've got like a cream. I'm still trying to get all this pink off here. And then we'll put some pink in it. Oh no, we've mixed it with orange. Never mind. It's an interesting colour. And I'm just putting a bit more pink in it so I can get a darker colour. Okay. So if you were doing Okay, you were doing lavenders. So last year I did a lavender and lace journal, and some of these would have been nice as ephemera. I mean, I know it's book pages, but you can back it onto whatever you want. And you get blue lavender. And get quite a few different tones of lavender. Try that one. I think that might be. Didn't mean to do that. And then we'll go with the greens. So the greens, mix a bit of white with it, and a bit of yellow. And there you've got your, so if you were doing botanicals, you could mimic, you know, do colour swatches to mimic your botanicals. So that's roughly lavenders. We'll do, right, so we'll do a rose. So obviously we'll go with the red rose. And then we'll go with the, oh, I think that's a bit more of a tea rose colour. Let me get some white on that. Because it's only paper, it doesn't matter if you get it overloaded with water. Get it overloaded with just mop it up with your brush like that. Make sure your brush is dry. Right, so peach is another colour. Not a dirty yellow, because that's what it looks like at the moment. Just mixing a bit of, I don't think you get any roses that colour, but never mind. You might do. And I'm just mopping that up. You do get orange. Roses. I know you get black roses, but they're usually dyed, and you can get blue roses, and you can get pale lilac roses. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a green one for the leaves. And just put a bit of yellow on that just to and there we have it. So now we'll go for the pink roses. So we'll do the palest pink, which is this one. Now, because I've got plenty of water on the book page, I can mix it in a bit. That's like an old-fashioned rose colour. I'm going to put a bit of red in it, just to and we've got a nice green. And there we are. That one dried yet. Alright, so we're going to go really purple. Yep. I was doing really well then. Just need more control over my brush. I've got the blue. And you can use any type of paint for these. You can use acrylics, gouache. You can even do, you know, paint pencils, watercolour markers, watercolour crayons. Back to another purple. We'll go back to this one, and this might make it a nice cobalt blue. Not quite. Just mixed a bit of turquoisey in with it. And there we are. Right, what about monochrome? So I'll do the black. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a bit of, I'm running out of, so this is like a red black. And we'll try a blue black. A green black. Probably won't even notice the difference. It'll be probably in daylight. It'll just give it a greeny tinge. See, I can see there's blue in that. I can see there's red in that. But I can't see there's green in that. And I know when I did my hairdressing, the colours that black, you know, you can get sort of like the blue blacks and the, I'm going to put that in there. I can see there's got green in that now, and that's got white in it, so that's made it just like a charcoal. And you can do that with all the colours. I mean, you can do that with try another one. So we'll do it with the we'll have another look at that. So you can see they're the pearlescent ones. So they were the twinkling H2Os. You can see sort of like these are these colours. These were the pink ones that I never got on, and you can see and then we went to the sort of like the normal colours. So we did, that was the black one. So there's the black, there's the red black, the blue black. You can see a little bit of green in that one, not much. And then the charcoal. Then we did like the roses. And they look quite pretty. And we did those roses as well. And that's actually not too bad. We did the lavenders. So if you were doing sort of like a lavender type, we did the oranges and the greens. I mean, I only had 2 greens in that, but I mixed blue with one and red with the other. And that was the yellow. We mixed them 2 together, and then we added red. That was just putting the blues and the purples down. Again, the blues and the yellows. So I mean, they do make nice botanicals, and these were like the the tea, the different shades of tea. So I hope you get something out of this. You will see me using these, and they will go in my scrap box, not my scrap box, but they will go into my to use box with all my bits of ephemera. I mean, they're quite pretty, and I might even, you know, rip them through and put bits on, but I do like them. I might even cut them down a bit, but I'm quite happy with that one. And I've got a round one there. I should have done that one as well. Never mind, I'll put a picture of that one up at the end of the video. But that one, I like that. That's the peacock, and that's the twinkling H2Os. And this one was just Giotto paints that I got out in Cyprus. I think they were probably about €4.99. And you can see all the twinkling H2Os. Anyway, I'm waffling, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye.